Hi friends, I'm Prairie Vintage Jewelry. My name is Linda. I'm an energy intuitive reader here on YouTube. I use spirit, my intuition, and tarot to communicate energies to you, the viewer. Today we have 3 options to choose from, and our reading today will be about what spirit wants to remind you of. So something you have possibly forgotten, something you need to be reminded of. And yeah, let's see what beautiful messages spirit wants to communicate with you guys today. So we have 3 options, like I mentioned, and 3 runes. Now I won't tell you what the runes mean. Just want you to use your intuition to be guided towards whichever pile you're feeling more intuitively guided towards. And if you are drawn to more than one pile, just means there's multiple parts of your life that potentially spirit wants to give you reminders about. Okay, so for pile number 1, we have this beautiful piece of amethyst here, and this rune. So that's pile number 1. And for pile number 2, we have this citrine stone right here, and this rune. And then for pile number 3, we have this beautiful stone right here. Not sure what stone this is. It's like a piece of calcite, but I'm not quite sure. And this beautiful rune right here. All right, so feel free to pause the video. If you're new to Pick a Card, the timestamps will be in the description box below or in the pinned comment. And whenever you are feeling like you've got the right pile, your first mind's your best mind, click on your timestamp and I will see you at your reading. Bye. Hello, my beautiful pile number 1. If you pick this lovely piece of amethyst and this rune right here, this is the rune of Kanaz. Okay, so it is a beacon torch and it means creativity, awakening, growth, opening, illumination. Ooh, as the moonstone goes rolling, vision and self-knowledge. Okay, so we'll see how this plays into the reading. We will pull some oracles and then some tarot, and we'll be taking a look at what does spirit want to remind you, a message spirit wants to remind you of. So the tiger's eye flipped. This is the tiger's eye right here, and it says, tiger's eye, courage, optimism, and power. A courageous and brave stone, tiger's eye, motivates you to show up as your best self, dispelling any fear and doubt in your path. Known as the shapeshifter, tiger's eye embodies healing energies from both the earth and the sun, drawing optimism towards you while also grounding you in reality. Call on the warrior inside of you and pursue your ambitions with laser focus. With confidence, strength, and power, tiger's eye helps break through any blockages that stand in your way. Activate the warrior inside you. Leo, Capricorn, and Sun. Wow, okay, so we have creativity with growth, with vision and self-knowledge, and then we have the rune of opening. All right, what else do we have? Spirit, let's take a look for pile number 1. What do they need to be reminded of? What message does spirit have for beautiful pile number 1? Clear and concise. Thank you so much, and thank you so much, pile number 1, for allowing me to tap into your beautiful energy. We have the village. Ooh, okay, beautiful. Let's pull one of these oracle cards. This one right here. And we have blood. Wow, very powerful indeed. Okay, let's pull some tarot. Clear and concise message for pile number 1. What do they need to be reminded of, spirit? Thank you so much. We are so blessed, so grateful for this message for beautiful pile number 1. All right, we'll get clarifiers if we need. So we have the Tower. I'm not reading reversals. Tower. We have the Fool And we have the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, let's move that there. Okay, beautiful. Pile number one. Give me a minute just to tap into your energy here. I feel like you guys are in a situation in which you might have not have been in a very long time, or maybe in a position that you are a little bit uncomfortable with. And I feel like this position is a powerful position in which you're having to either make decisions for other people or other people are heavily involved. And Spirit wants to remind you of how absolutely powerful you are and how much more strength you actually have and how much more output you can actually have if you believe in yourself. Okay, now I know that sounds fairly cliche, but this message is specific for those of you guys who need to absolutely hear this. I feel like there is this holding back type energy that, or at least not quite completely holding back, but not allowing yourself to fully put your foot on the gas. And I feel like Spirit is saying there might be concern you have here that maybe you're not quite sure, you're a little uncertain, there's a lot of people involved here, and you're second guessing your decisions. And I feel like there is this situation that kind of just fell on your lap, or that you are kind of put in, that you're really needing to step up and make something happen here. Okay, blood is life force, so when you talk about giving life force to something, you kind of make it lively, bring it into life. I feel like there is a need to go full throttle here. Okay, Fool is about someone taking a leap of faith and really taking the risk. And I feel like the risk here is you stepping into your courage and your power. And I feel like your confidence is going to make all the world of a difference in this situation. Okay, you have success here with this Nine of Pentacles, but I believe this is talking about your confidence. And I feel like there's a heavy emphasis on you leaning into your confidence in order to not second guess your decisions and your ability to kind of still be able to go with the flow. Okay. Yeah, I don't feel like there are any blocks here, and maybe you're feeling like there might be some blocks in your way. I feel like everything's kind of flowing in your favor, and I feel like for some of you guys, you're having to make something right that maybe somebody else broke, or a situation in which things need to be put back together. But I have a feeling that it wasn't your doing. It wasn't something that you broke or something that you messed up, but now you're having to fix it or put it together. Okay, let's see what this is about. This is an interesting message here for you guys. Beautiful pile number one. Spirit, thank you so much for that message. What else does pile number one need to be reminded of? What is this about? Thank you. Yeah, Leo is definitely all about confidence. Okay, the sun is definitely joy, confidence. And when you talk Capricorn, there's a certain dedication. Okay, a dedication, a follow through, and I feel like what Spirit is, the energy that I'm picking up here is that you might wobble in your confidence. So maybe it is a need to blend the confidence consistently to the end of the project and believe that you're able to keep going. Like, I feel like there's this kind of second guessing or not a complete push on your end of moving this energy fully through to the end of accomplishing something here. The Magician in reverse. Now, I don't typically read reversals here, but I am getting a strong message here that you're really the one that has to, yeah, you're put in a position where you might feel as though you're uncomfortable because it may feel as though you're either planning for other people, making decisions for other people, or stepping on other people. But Spirit is saying you're not. You're called to drive this without the fear of potentially upsetting other people or making a decision that other people will second guess here. The Tower again, you guys. Yeah, I feel like there is... I feel like you're also taking a look at what if you go through this process or this project or complete whatever you're doing here and you end up with the same results as the previous situation that didn't quite end well. So you're second guessing that you're probably going to end up screwing things up, or things are going to end up kind of how they were all messed up when you got involved. And Spirit wants to remind you that with your confidence and going full throttle and your ability to stay dedicated, but also with the shapeshifter here, I feel like you're able to adapt, and Spirit doesn't want you to take into consideration a whole bunch of other factors that aren't directly connected to your decision towards the outcome. Okay, so I don't know what this is about. So for you guys, it could be a bunch of different things, but I feel like the energy here is without a doubt a reminder of being in full throttle and not second guessing and not allowing other people's considerations get in the way of the outcome, because the outcome is going to be favorable for everyone involved, but you're kind of in the driver's seat of making this happen. And this will also impact the future position of this situation for everybody involved beneficially. So yeah, Spirit wants you to continue with this. Now let's see some more, because this is interesting. Because yeah, you're second guessing here that what if you completely commit and then everything kind of falls apart again, but that's not what Spirit is showing here at all. Okay, Spirit is saying the way you're going to pull this off is to have complete confidence in yourself and not second guess all the way to the end of this project. Okay. Yeah. Okay, Spirit, can we get some more? This is very interesting. For beautiful pile number 1, what more can we give them so they know what this is all about? So we have the 3 of Pentacles. Okay, so beacon torch. Illumination, self-knowledge, and vision. I feel like you're the one coming here with a vision. And the 3 of Pentacles talks about collaboration and cooperation, so that is working with others. However, I feel like there's a strong emphasis on you leading before others can get started. Hangman. What else, Spirit? I have the 7 of Swords. I'm gonna pull, let me move those over. I'm gonna pull 3 more clarifiers here. So we have the 5 of Wands. We have the 6 of Cups. And we have the 10 of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah, there's, I think you feel as though you're needing to involve people in this process and you're conflicted about how it is that you appear to be showing up as a collaborative person. And so you're a little bit hesitant, but I feel like your ability to really understand this area and this situation gives you the leg up. And I feel like some of you guys might feel as though you're slighting people or stepping on toes, but I feel like there is a loud message that anything that you're able to do to further this situation that you intuitively know is the right thing to do, Spirit is encouraging you to do that. And in fact, you don't have to be so blatantly vocal about it if you don't have to be. And Spirit is confirming the stability of this situation once you're able to move in confidence. Okay. This 10 of Pentacles is the complete opposite of the Tower. This is something built on a solid structure. 10 of Pentacles is a legacy, is a solid, very solid foundation. It stands the test of time, whereas the Tower could just kind of blow over here. And I feel like maybe you have people involved that are family, or maybe you have people involved that are close friends, people who mean a lot to you, so you don't want to, maybe this is like mixing family with business, so it's a little bit conflicting and you're a little bit reserved in how you go about it. But Spirit is definitely saying you are the one with the understanding here to bring the light to the situation. And then Spirit is also saying once this situation becomes more solid, then the ability for others to start investing and working in this project becomes a lot easier. But you'll know when it's standing on its own and it's stable on its own, and to no longer be in this state of limbo or humming or hawing, because I feel like you're involved, but you're really kind of not engaged as much as you could possibly be. And the confidence I think that you were lacking here was not the confidence in your ability to get her done, but your confidence in the situation in which you're in and how you handle it, because I feel like there is a heavy emphasis on you not wanting to appear in a certain way that might be causing conflict, or like I said, stepping on someone's toes, or like you're being deceitful, or you're not being honest or manipulative, or doing something in a way that's beneficial to you, because I feel like you're looking out for the best interest of the end result here, which will benefit everybody. Okay, but if you're individually looking at the people involved, you might start to second guess what's beneficial for this person might be different than that person and that person. So it's kind of like use your discernment and your ability to have the knowledge that others involved don't. And this could very well be a creative project here, okay? Spirit wants you to kind of run with this. Wow. Let's see if we could see some more. And Spirit, thank you so much for that beautiful message for pile number 1. Is there anything more pile number 1 needs to know about this situation, this creative project? Thank you so much. We have the 8 of Wands. We have the 10 of Swords. We have Strength. We have the Emperor taking charge. And we have the High Priestess. And we have, yeah, the 6 of Wands. The message is so clear, you guys, and it's so funny because when I do these readings, I really don't know what it's about. So it's easy to second guess, but the message is so clear here, okay? So I feel like the minute you have a breakthrough in this project, and the outcome of this is when you clearly make that decision to put an end to anything that you see that shouldn't be happening, okay? So if that means firing your father, for example, I know that's very extreme, but this is how the message is coming in, then it means firing your father and having the courage to understand that that's the best course of action for the situation, okay? If this means whatever it may mean, somebody maybe who is not pulling their fair share needs to be cut from the project, or something that might cause conflict here. I feel like once you break through with having the courage and the ability to tactfully, tactfully as you can, make that decision, then things become a lot more smooth towards the final outcome. And I think this final outcome even benefits the people, the person, whatever it is that I feel like needs to be done here that you might be procrastinating doing, putting an end of an involvement of someone, or putting an end to a certain area of this thing that's not quite working. But maybe you feel like you don't know how to pull it off. Spirit is saying you definitely know how. The Emperor is definitely someone who takes charge and who is very orderly and focused on the outcome of a task. Okay, an Emperor doesn't fall to bouts of feelings or emotions, but at the same time wants the best for people involved. The Emperor could certainly be father energy here, okay? And with the High Priestess, this again is giving me the ability to know. I feel like you have this self-knowledge, this knowing, this awakening inside you that provides clarity in order for this to be a victorious project here. And the Six of Wands talks about somebody who is coming out of a situation in which they ended up conquering, and they're getting accolades, and they're doing their victory lap, and they're getting recognition for a job well done. Okay, so I feel like you're going to be celebrated here. And if you have any fear about being ousted or being like somebody holding a grudge, or any sort of actions that you take now will impact will have a negative impact on this, Spirit is reaffirming that not only does it need to happen that way in order for there to be progress, that is what's going to lead you to victory here. Okay, so that is very clear. Something needs to come to an end. Now let's see if Spirit can give any advice as to how do you make that happen. Is there anything further that will help pile number 1 not be hesitant here? I mean, this is something that Spirit wants to remind you of. So if this is resonating for you, let this be a reminder to do so. But how, for those struggling, do they... 5 of Swords, Knight of Wands. Okay. For those struggling, Spirit, how do they go about this? 3 of Cups. Polar opposite energies on either side here. King of Pentacles. There's the Father energy again. Taking charge. There's the Victory card again. And we have the 9 of Wands. Okay. So the 5 of Swords is, it is a challenging situation in which no one appears to win. So what Spirit is saying, in order for you to, if this is resonating for you, okay, for you to find whatever courage you need or the strength to fire or put an end to whatever you need to in order for this to become successful, Spirit is saying if you don't, there's going to be a situation in which nobody's winning here, okay? And it's going to be painful for everyone involved. So Spirit is wanting you to take your confidence in your ability to be unwavering in your decisions here, and to move quickly, like this Knight of Wands. We're also seeing that 8 of Wands, which is quick action. Okay, the Knight of Wands does not hesitate. The Knight of Wands does what needs to happen. And I feel like whatever needs to happen is not going to be long and drawn out. Okay. I feel like this is going to be a quick thing that needs to happen. And you're not going to be in a period of discomfort for a very long time. Okay. I feel like once you're able to let that person go, or whatever, put the end to whatever thing that you're considering putting an end to, you're going to be victorious here. And I feel like there will be a reconciliation of sorts, a celebration of sorts after this period of time where you are feeling as though someone might be resentful or angry about it, because I feel like there's going to be a victory and a chance for you guys to celebrate about this win. Now, I do feel like there is this, I guess, person or this situation here with this Nine of Wands. I feel like this person is more resilient, okay, or this situation can withstand more than what you feel you're going to break here, okay? In fact, with this blood, I feel like there's a lot of life still left in this person or situation, in directing it in a different way that needs to happen here. Because I feel like some of you guys feel like if you do this, okay, put an end to the relationship, the partnership, the situation, that this person may, like, you might break them or they might never want to engage. But I feel like there is a chance to reconcile and celebrate with this person, and that this person is really resilient and has other areas here with the blood that they're able to give. Okay, they just need to be kind of tweaked a little bit, turned around, course corrected. And I feel like you're the one who's being called to do this, okay, swiftly. And the King of Pentacles here is very dedicated, and it lines up here also with Capricorn. So I feel like your dedication, and I do feel like this might be something around business, okay? But yeah, there's nothing more confident than this Six of Wands. So it requires confidence, and yeah, all the wands we're seeing here. This is also the Leo energy, okay? So Leo is confident, and this looks like something that you guys will definitely be able to celebrate, that will benefit everybody, okay? Everyone involved. And I think the outcome of the situation is going to be more than what you guys are expecting here as a result of this. So I think this is a little block that you're able to break free from, and not allow it to hold you back. Okay, so I hope this helped. Let me know in the comments. This is absolutely beautiful, and I'm curious to know. All right, I'll see you soon. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous pile number 2. If you picked this beautiful citrine crystal, absolutely beautiful, then pile number 2, this is your reading. Now, the rune that you picked here is the rune of Ansus. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Ansus. And this is the god rune, okay? So it's reference to the god Odin. It is mind, it's the inner voice, it's signals and inspiration, it's the true vision and your self-knowledge, okay? So very interesting. Won't be surprised if we see the High Priestess here. Let's take a look at, before we do tarot, we're going to take a look at what does Spirit want to remind you of? What do you need to be reminded of? What message does Spirit want to remind you of? Thank you so much, Spirit, for a clear and concise message for beautiful pile number 2. And thank you so much, pile number 2, for allowing me to tap into your beautiful energy. Let's pull some Oracle. We'll pull some Tarot. Nothing there. I believe this is agate. No, it's carnelian. Okay, beautiful carnelian. Let's keep pulling. Okay, I think that one wanted to come out as well. Why not? So what do we have here? We have the sun, splendor, and the darkening. Okay. And let's pull one of these. Sun, splendor, and the darkening. This one right here. We have the crone. Okay. Look at that. Look how similar these two cards are. And they're from two different packs here. Okay. Look how similar they are. Very interesting. And you got some birds over here as well. All right. We'll pull some tarot and then we'll read your carnelian, see what it says. Spirit, clear and concise for beautiful pile number 2. What do they need to be reminded of? What message do they need to be reminded of? We have the 4 of Swords. We have the 5 of Cups. We have the Temperance. We have the 2 of Wands, and we have the 8 of Swords. Okay. Carnelian talks about the courage, motivation, and endurance. Powerful and bold, carnelian increases confidence in yourself, especially when you need to take center stage and use your voice effectively. A stabilizing stone, carnelian helps balance. Balance right in the middle here. Carnelian helps balance volatile emotions for long-term vitality. Believed to protect the soul in the afterlife, carnelian is a stone of the living, meant to motivate you to take chances with the life that you have. Life is meant to be lived with passion and desire, and carnelian gives you the courage to do so. Carpe diem, seize the day. Taurus, Cancer, Leo, Scorpio, and Sun. God. Odin, mind, voice, inspiration, true vision, self-knowledge. Okay. The sun here again with the sun's splendor. This is absolutely beautiful. This is like 10 of Cups energy. Bliss. Darkening. Okay. I see what's going on here. Beautiful. Pile number 2. So I feel like there's something you guys are really in your head about that you're potentially not moving forward with, but I think it's causing you guys a lot of sadness. It's kind of making you feel as though you're missing out on something that's really important to you. And I feel like you guys, there's a heavy emphasis here for me on healing, okay, with the 4 of Swords and this Temperance card. But I feel like this healing to me almost feels like what is keeping you in this 8 of Swords, okay? And the 8 of Swords is a situation in which we may tell ourselves is true, but it limits us from either moving towards what we desire, but there's fears in what it is that we believe to be true. Okay, so it's something that you potentially are using. I feel like there's this energy about you that you feel like you are healing, or that you know something here with the crone. I feel like you're using something you've experienced, something that you know to be true, in order to keep you dissatisfied from your future. And what it's doing is it's causing you a lot of sadness. And if it doesn't cause you a lot of sadness, again, these readings come in very exaggerated. I feel like it's not allowing you to enjoy your sun splendor. I mean, look at the difference between these two cards, okay? So the darkening is certainly a state where, I mean, look at this snake is... Snakes talk about healing as well. The snake needs to shed its skin in order to rejuvenate, and it's kind of all coiled up here. I feel like you're doing something here healing, but you're looking towards something that I think has your attention. And this thing that has your attention is absolute joy and bliss. And I feel like you are holding yourself back from making that decision and going after your bliss here, because you are believing that there is still a part of your healing, or that you are, there's an experience here that you have that you're telling yourself that you need to be committed to your healing here. But I feel like it is causing this Five of Cups energy that makes it more painful and will cause more of the healing that you're saying that you're preventing from moving forward. So to me, it's almost like it's counterproductive. Okay. Yeah, the voice within. I feel like you have something telling you that you need to move towards the sun splendor, which is your absolute bliss. But then you also have this voice that is holding you hostage to, I feel it is a situation in which you're telling yourself is helping you to heal. Maybe from the past, or maybe you're in a guarded stance and you're liking things kind of balanced or even keeled. And maybe you have this understanding that if you were to move forward, things would kind of get not so balanced and throw you off your healing. Okay, so let's see more why Spirit is showing us this. In fact, I'm going to read this darkening because I feel out of all these cards here, this one's probably going to give you an understanding of what we're talking about here. Okay, so let's see what we have. Darkening. Okay, so this is depth and readiness and churning. In alchemy, darkness is an achievement. It indicates the material has been through a significant occurrence, sometimes called an initiatory experience, that has brought it into a state of readiness for the work. The darkness prepares us. We've moved beyond the small talk and chit-chat of the upper world and descended into the psychic layers of the soul. We admit who we are, fully and bravely, and thus open ourselves to the process of transformation. When this card appears, it's not necessary to delve into what brought you here. The initiation, likely by fire, that has caused the embers to char. Rather, it's time to heal, and darkness is the remedy. Closing your eyes is a voluntary expression of darkening. By practicing it daily, we drop into the depths and surrender. As the alchemist's eye adjusts, transformation begins. The wisdom of dusk. Okay, you guys have been in a state of healing, this darkening, this ability to go within for a long period of time, okay? Long enough period of time. I don't know how long it's been, but I feel like the message here from Spirit is it is time for you to go towards your bliss. And I feel like the way these two are looking this way and your bliss is here, I feel like you guys intuitively want to go towards this. And for all of you guys, could be something completely different, okay? The courage to move towards this, but you're almost like not even wanting to look at it because you feel as though there might be a temptation here that's going to throw you off from something you feel like you need to complete here with the healing. And Spirit is reminding you that you've been in a state of healing that has allowed you to stand up in this beautiful sun splendor energy, okay, and be successful. And not only do you have the energy to do it, this is something that's going to bring you absolute peace and joy. This is like the complete opposite feeling from how you're feeling in that Eight of Swords energy. This is freedom, and this is absolute bliss, okay? And I feel like you are maybe not wanting to look because you feel like maybe, well, we'll see with the tarot, but I feel like maybe you feel like you wouldn't be able to face this. You wouldn't be able to have the courage or the endurance to make such a move. And I feel like you certainly do. Spirit is here reminding you, because this is the reading today is reminding you about your courage here. Okay, so let's take a look. So we have the Three of Swords. What else, Spirit, can we remind beautiful pile number 2 about? Nine of Cups. And this one here. Of the Eight of Swords again. This Eight of Swords energy is pretty strong, guys. The Queen of Swords, and we have the Five of Wands. Yeah, I think you guys are really conflicted here, and it's holding you guys in this Eight of Swords, which is this mental prison. Okay, and I feel like these thoughts, or this, whatever you're telling yourself about your state, I don't think it's accurate. Spirit's asking you to get very clear, okay? Get very clear in your mind about what is actually true and what is maybe something that you're just conflicted about. And here, talking about wish fulfillment, I feel like the Nine of Cups talks about wishes coming true and having one's wish fulfillment. But something about this card here, see all the guys kind of sitting having their cup, and this one guy is grabbing this guy's cup because his was knocked over. So it's almost like I don't know, I feel like there's this sneakiness, or maybe you feel like you might get slighted in some sort of way, or that you can't fully trust it. Yeah, you can't fully trust your wish fulfillment. Okay, and I feel like why this is happening is this is stemming from past heartbreak, heartache. This is a situation in which we had to heal from with the Three of Swords. It was very painful, and I feel like you're not wanting to experience any situation that might appear like something that is your wish, but then end up being underhanded in some sort of way. So it's keeping you in this Eight of Swords. Okay. But Spirit is reminding you that you've been in this darkening state, and you have the experience here with this Crone card. With the past experience that you have, you are able to get very clear about what it is that you want, and you're able to set boundaries in such a healthy way that you can identify here where there might be a situation that may pose as conflict, might be challenging in some sort of way. And I feel like maybe the change here is something that you're not quite feeling like you'd be ready for. Okay, because the Five of Wands talks about changes as well. Mind. Yeah, something in your mind. You are now, are you guys seeing any signals, any signs, synchronicities right now? Okay, that would definitely be Spirit's way to remind you about the courage that you have to move forward here. Okay, it's moving in your true vision. And I feel like because these crows are looking there, I feel like you're not seeing. I feel like you're not seeing, you're more in your head about this, because Swords talks about being, in your mental thought here. And I feel like there's a need to see this as a wish fulfillment rather than a challenge. Yeah, even she's not wanting to look at the wish fulfillment here. Okay, let's take a look at some more here. Why Spirit's reminding you about this. Spirit, for beautiful pile number 2, what can they do here for them to release this Eight of Swords and move towards this bliss, this sun splendor? What do they need to do here? Thank you so much, Spirit. Okay, so we have the Page of Wands. And we have the King of Pentacles. Beautiful. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. Wow. And we have the Seven of Swords. Okay. And we have the Page of Swords. Okay. So Seven of Swords is the Thief card here. Now I'm looking at this card and looks like this guy's working and these two ladies are standing there not helping. So I don't feel like there's thieving per se here, but somebody might feel like they are being used in some sort of way. There's a need to communicate here with the pages. Okay, there's a need to communicate here in a situation in which maybe you have not been able to communicate your truth. Okay, and I feel like this communication will allow this situation to become more stable and solid, because I feel like right now, without this communication, there's a situation here that maybe is turning out one way, because I feel like this guy needs to speak up. Okay, I feel like he needs to speak up to these girls who aren't paying attention, and he seems overloaded, or like he's the only one working here, and he looks to me like he's wondering why is he feeding their goats and the only one working here, because I feel like he hasn't communicated here, and I feel like the situation needs to have this stable backbone to it. Okay, in order for things to consistently keep progressing here with this Knight of Pentacles. Okay, and the Knight of Pentacles is a very, very slow moving energy, like really slow. But I feel like it is dedicated, and I feel like this to me is talking about a consistent, long-term, stable environment. Okay, I don't feel like the turbulency maybe that these crows are thinking could get resolved if there was communication around how you're feeling in this situation, what you're thinking in this situation. Maybe you feel like you're used, or maybe there's this feeling of feeling slighted in some way, or a fear of being slighted in some way, or that you have been slighted in some way in the past that has caused you to be in your Eight of Swords. I feel like there will be an ability for this to help the situation. Otherwise, there's this continual thing that's happening here that is not a very good situation for this guy here. Okay, let's see if we see some more, because that channeling was interesting. Okay, Spirit, thank you for that. Can we get some more here? Am I on the right track? What message does pile number 2 need to be reminded of here? What can help them move forward towards their bliss? Thank you. Ooh, we got lots of cards. We will read them, and they're kind of in groups, so let's do that. So we have the Eight of Pentacles, and we have the Tower. Okay. And we have the Two of Cups. We have the Six of Swords. And there we have the Seven of Swords again, and the Judgment. Okay. And here we have the Ten of Swords. Okay. So I feel like there is this understanding that you have that if you were to put in your effort and your energy and be dedicated to something, that there might be a fall of a tower, or that something might fall apart here. Okay. Now I do feel like this potentially involves another person here with this Two of Cups. Could be a partnership, could be a romantic relationship, could be a relationship with someone in which maybe things aren't the best right now, okay? And you're wanting to get out of a state here with the Six of Swords. And we were seeing the Three of Swords, so maybe there's heartache, there's heartbreak. You're kind of wanting to come out of that situation, but maybe you're having this realization that there is this unfairness, or there's something here that you're awakening to, and that you're kind of realizing here, okay? And I feel like Spirit is saying that once you're able to communicate your truth here, you're going to move out of a state of this darkening, this heartache, this uncertainty, this inability to move towards what you want, and you'll be awakened to the fact that you have something here that is absolutely beautiful with the sun splendor, and that there'll be an ending here. Okay, now this is a complete ending here of whatever situation you are keeping alive with that Eight of Swords. There'll be an ending to that. Okay, so I feel like you're hanging on to something here that isn't pleasurable, but there's a fear that if you were to commit yourself and dedicate yourself and put in energy, that things would be worse, okay, than the state in which they're at right now. And I believe that is more of your Eight of Swords mental dialogue than the actual reality of the situation here. Okay, the reality is something needs to be communicated in order to set you free and come to an end. So let's see here with this ending, with this Ten of Swords. What's this Ten of Swords going to end to? Six of Wands. Six of Wands. Yeah. Once you put an end to this painful situation that you experienced with that Three of Swords that was keeping you in your darkening, that you were healing from, once you put an end to that, you're able to experience this victory with the Six of Wands. This is somebody who is victorious, who's successful, and I feel like there is a little bit of ego involved here as well. The Six of Swords wanted to come in reverse. I feel like there needs to be some sort of review of how you might be talking to yourself, okay, when it comes to anything in regards to your ego, in order to put something to an end. And I feel like in order to put something to an end, I feel like there needs to be a conversation, okay, because Swords does talk about communication. So I feel like there needs to be an honest communication here. And though we didn't see the Ace of Swords, we have the Hierophant. This is also a knowing, okay, knowledge. The Nine of Swords, more swords. There's anxiety here. Now, let's see some more, because I don't feel like this message is very clear. Spirit, please, more information here for beautiful pile number 2 in regards to how do they move forward here in their situation. Clear and concise for beautiful pile number 2. Thank you. You move forward in this situation. So we have the Ace of Pentacles. This is a new beginning in grounding something, planting the seed, okay, prospecting. This is the Six of Cups, absolutely beautiful. Okay, this is like relationships from the past, friends, family, nostalgic energy about past friendships and relationships. And we have the Eight of Cups here. Okay, so Eight of Cups is talking about walking away from something we're not emotionally feeling anymore in order to free us towards something that will emotionally satisfy us. So I feel like there's something here that is making you feel Three of Swords that needs to kind of come to an end, okay? And I feel like you're in a healing state, and you've been in a state for a while, and potentially you're still hanging on to something there that needs to be put to an end in order for you to go towards your bliss. And maybe you're hanging on to a situation that's happened in the past, but Spirit wants you to plant a new seed towards this future with this Ace of Pentacles. Okay, this is what's going to free you with this Eight of Cups. It's going to free you from something that you like. See how he's like this is different, Eight of Cups, than how you traditionally see someone walking away. I feel like he has a knowing, because he has a book here, so he knows, but he feels like he's frozen. So I feel like there's a knowing here of what you need to do, but I feel like potentially you're frozen. So the reminder from Spirit is that you need the courage, motivation, endurance. You definitely have the motivation and endurance here to allow yourself to pick yourself up, to move towards the sun splendor, and allow this to be your motivation here. Okay. Life is meant to be lived with passion and desire. And yeah, I feel like maybe you needed just a reminder to tell yourself to move towards this, especially if you're seeing these signals, these signs and synchronicities, something you know, your inner voice here is telling you, everything is telling you. Yeah, I do want to do one more here though. Spirit, thank you so much. Some advice here for beautiful pile number 2 regarding this situation. Thank you so much. All right, we have the Emperor, yeah, taking control of the situation here. Beautiful. The Emperor is boss energy. The Nine of Cups, wishes coming true, wish fulfillment, not getting concerned about what you think bad would happen. You have the Chariot, that's moving through adversity and being dedicated, committed, putting in the energy and effort towards your wish fulfillment here. Five of Swords. Okay, so I feel like a lot of you guys might be very concerned here with this something going bad. Okay, the Nine of Cups again, like I said, somebody's being tricky. Five of Swords talks about a situation in which no one wins. This lady's got this guy's head on her head. Interesting. Okay, so what I feel is happening here is that you are very much hung up on something potentially that's happened in the past that was a very challenging situation, and you're blending this energy into your wish fulfillment. But I feel like the reminder here from Spirit is this is a different situation in which you're able to take control, get through, okay, using your willpower here, through adversity. Stay dedicated to task. Put in your energy, put in your time, your dedication into this, and trust that whatever you've experienced that was painful with the Five of Swords, the Three of Swords, don't allow it to bleed into your wish come true here. It is not the same situation. It is a different situation indeed. And just like the shedding of the skin here with the snake, I feel like you are now open to experiencing the sun splendor, this Nine of Cups. I feel like this is more of a 10 of Cups here. Once you recognize that this is a situation that is different than what you've experienced in the past, and that you have the ability to face your courage in stepping forward here, okay? And I feel like you need to let go of something, especially with the crows. You're hanging on to something here. This is an old, well, this looks like a pentacle. This looks like a pearl. We were seeing the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like there needs to be planting of a seed to ground something in order for it to give life to something new, and no longer being held back or telling yourself that there's something that's going to go wrong in this situation that's going to spoil it. Okay, now things go right, things go wrong, but in this situation here, what Spirit is saying is that whatever may go wrong is nothing that's going to bring about what you've experienced here in the past. Okay, Yeah, I feel like you just need to step into this emperor power and that you have the ability to do so. Maybe just needed to be reminded of your courage. Okay. So this is what I have for you guys. Beautiful pile number 2. I hope this helped you. It was a pretty clear message here from Spirit, but I feel as though that 8 of Swords is something that could be different for everybody. And maybe just, yeah, taking a look at what is fear and what is the actual intuition and what you know to be true, and trying to weed through that will allow you to see where you're holding yourself back. Okay, so I will see you soon. Bye. Hello, my beautiful pile number 3. If you pick this gorgeous stone right here and the rune of Hagalaz, then this is your reading. Now this rune, Hagalaz, is stone, so this means disruption, wild power, change, disruptive weather, storms, uncontrolled forces. Okay, so let's take a look at what does this mean? What do you need to be reminded of here? So we'll be taking a look at what Spirit wants to remind you of. We'll pull some Oracle and some Tarot. Spirit, clear and concise message for beautiful pile number 3. What do they need to be reminded of here? So we have Lazulite, cosmic serenity and peace. The cosmic forces are at play with lazulite, bringing serenity, peace, and tranquility to anyone who crosses paths with the stone. Lazulite comes from the Arabic word lazaward, meaning sky or heaven, or referring to the sky blue color of the stone's surface. It stimulates the third eye, drawing out psychic and intuitive abilities, dispelling worry, anxiety, stress to promote a clear state of mind. Use lazulite when you need extra strength to heal addictive habits and to give yourself that inner peace against personal demons. Gemini, Sagittarius, and Jupiter. Cosmic serenity and peace. Okay, well, that's kind of the opposite of disruption, change, and uncontrolled forces. All right, let's keep going. Let's pull some more. What does pile number 3 need to be reminded of? The castle. Okay. Keep going. We have mortification. Okay. Let's pull some tarot. Spirit, clear and concise for beautiful pile number 3. What do they need to be reminded of? What message do you have for beautiful pile number 3? And thank you so much, pile number 3, for allowing me to tap into your beautiful energy. So beautiful. The castle, mortification. Okay. So we have temperance. We have the high priestess. Okay. Ooh, I won't take all these, but Spirit, can we get clear and concise message for beautiful pile number 3? We have the devil. Okay. The Empress in reverse. And I wasn't taking reversals, but I do feel like there was an emphasis here on this Empress being reversed. Okay, so what do we have here? Reminder. I feel like there is something that is disrupting your peace right now. Okay, it is something that you're able to bring balance and restore and heal from. but I don't feel like you believe you are able to do that. I feel like you are in a state which you're allowing things more to happen rather than have the control to take action here. Okay. Yeah, I feel like you're in a state which you're allowing things more to happen than you are taking control of a situation here. So Spirit is wanting to remind you that you are you're coming from an advantage, a position of advantage in order to deal with the situation that maybe you feel like you have less control over than you actually do. And Spirit wants to remind you of how safe you actually are. Okay, so I feel like there's an emphasis on safety, but there's also this you maybe thinking things will resolve itself if you don't do anything, but that's not the case that I'm getting here. There is a need for you to do something. Okay, so let's see, what is Spirit wanting you to do here? Spirit, for beautiful pile number 3, what do they need to do here in their situation? Do they need to be reminded of? What could they do here? Okay, we got the 10 of Wands. So 10s do talk about an ending here. So this phase potentially is something I feel could come to an end, and I feel like it's being dragged out because of your inability right now, or at least your non-action. And maybe you feel overwhelmed if you were to act here, but I feel like there is something needing you to take action on. Yeah, this is, maybe you feel like if you start to do something or invest your time, your energy, that you'd be constantly having to put in energy. But I don't feel like that is the case here. I feel like there's an emphasis here that once you take action, okay, because you do have more control than you think, I believe you're going to move out of a state that's causing you a lot of anxiety into calmer waters here, okay? But I feel like you need to deal with this situation and put an end to something here. But you have to actively do that. It's not going to just come to an end within itself. I feel like you just want to be at peace. Yeah, peace, serenity, castle. I feel like you just want to be peace, and maybe you're trying to keep the peace. But Spirit is emphasizing here with this reminder that you should definitely do something here. Now we have the Page of Swords. Okay, this is definitely someone who is able to have a conversation with the Page of Swords about something that might be challenging. We have the Four of Pentacles. We have Judgment, and we have the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so yeah, I feel like you're being held back because we're seeing the Devil. That's talking about being held back, or feel like we're bound to something here. But I feel like there needs to be a conversation about what you feel like the truth is in a situation here in order for things to stabilize. But I feel like you're holding back. And maybe there's some fear of being judged, or there's some fear of what can potentially happen. But I feel like the result here with the Nine of Pentacles is you allowing yourself to free yourself from a situation that has been very stressful. It's been destructive. But I feel you need the confidence in order to stand up and speak your truth here. And Spirit wants to remind you that you definitely have a voice here. You don't need to not do anything, because that's not helping the situation here. So Spirit, can we get some more as to how does pile number 3 build their confidence to stand up here? What do they need to know? this situation. Okay, so we got the Two of Swords. Yeah, that's somebody burying their head in the sand, and that's the polar opposite. So I feel like for this one, it's pretty clear that there is a situation in which you're not doing anything by allowing things to resolve itself here with the Two of Swords. This is having all the information you potentially need in a situation and not choosing one way or another. And these are two options in which they both can't coincide, like it's either this or that. And I feel like there needs to be truth in this situation. There needs to be cutting through, yeah, all the disruption, cutting through the crazy, cutting through anything that is challenging in this situation with truth and clarity in order for things to break free here and allow you some peace. And yeah, Spirit is saying you're safe. Like I keep hearing you're safe in this situation, but you need to do something. Okay, so that was very clear with the Ace of Swords, Spirit. Thank you so much. Can we get some more for beautiful pile number 3? What do they need to know about this situation? That's going to help them. Thank you so much. So beautiful pile number 3, you have the Four of Wands. It's another 4. It's also talking about stability, unity, coming together. We have the Emperor. Okay, the Emperor's come out in all 3 piles. This is somebody who takes charge, who's in a leadership position, who's empowered. Page of Cups. Okay, this is communication again. And Cups talk about emotions, and this could certainly be, yeah, being honest with, so we saw the Ace of Swords, being honest with what you're feeling here, okay? What your inkling's telling you. Maybe being honest with someone about what your peace is, what your serenity is, what the obstacle here is, what's disruptive. There's a need to put something also to an end here. Here's the choice again. We were seeing the Two of Swords. Now we're seeing the Lovers. Okay, this is a choice to love and allow to receive love. It could be a choice between two lovers, but I feel like this is a choice to love and allow love. Okay, to communicate, to be empowered here is the Emperor, to bring stability and unity, because right now things are disruptive. And yeah, and maybe you're not acting. You're just kind of, with this mortification, I feel like you're just kind of allowing. And addictive habits to give you, use love's light when you need extra strength to heal addictive habits and to give yourself that inner peace against personal demons. Let's see if we see some more here. What exactly is pile number 3 held back by? What are they held back by? A lot of disruption here. I feel these ones and these ones. Okay. So we have the Wheel of Fortune, we have the Knight of Swords, and we have the Hanged One, which is the Hangman. We have the Sun, and we have the Empress. Wow. Okay. So I feel like you're waiting for timing to be right in order for you to communicate and go in. Okay, that's what it looks like to me. So I feel like what you're held back by is waiting for the perfect time, waiting for things to get better. Maybe there is something in which you're waiting for more information for you to get a better perspective on something before you come in. But Spirit was saying that you are clear as far as all the information you need, that you see things clearly, that there is this emphasis on you being as safe as you're going to be here and allowing yourself to love and let love in with this Empress. This is absolute beautiful abundance, unconditional love. This is allowing oneself to receive love, Okay, this is masculine with the sun. This is feminine. This is divine masculine, divine feminine. And then we're seeing the Four of Wands, which is unity. I feel like there is maybe a partnership here that's been a little bit disruptive. And in order for you to find the peace here, I feel like there needs to be an acceptance of something here. Definitely allowing oneself to communicate the truth with the Ace of Swords and having the clarity and putting an end to something. Now, what do we need to put an end to, Spirit? What do we need to put an end to? What do we need to put an end to for beautiful pile number 3? So we have the Page of Wands. Now we have the Ace of Swords in reverse. Okay, and then the Hierophant. There needs to be communication, you guys. Communication. But I feel like what we need to put an end to is there's something that you're not being honest about. Okay, this could be maybe not seeing the truth for what it is. We were seeing the Hangman and not seeing something for what it is. The Hierophant talks about higher level commitments, could talk about higher learnings, and could be marriage. It certainly is something that, a way of life. Okay, and I asked specifically what we're supposed to put an end to. I feel like there's something you're not being honest about, and this is with self. Okay, not necessarily lying to someone, but with self. Eyes closed, not wanting to see the truth when it comes to something about your lifestyle, about yourself, that needs to be communicated here. Okay, I feel you want to, and maybe you're waiting for the perfect time. So this is a reminder from Spirit that you are certainly safe to do so at this time. Okay, so anything further here in regards to helping pile number 3 so that they know that this message is for them? What do they need to do? What do they need to be reminded of? Beautiful pile number 3. How do they release themselves from the devil and communicate these truths? So we have the Fool. That's taking that leap of faith. Okay, that's not knowing, but taking the leap of faith. There's the Ten of Swords. There's that putting an end to something. Okay, so I feel like that ending, either here's another ending with the Ten of Wands. Now I feel like maybe you're being foolish in some sort of way. With the Hierophant there, I feel like there's a need to understand something. Maybe there's a need to put a foolish behavior to an end. This is the Six of Swords. In order for you to move to calmer waters in a situation that's much more serene, that gives you peace. And the Three of Swords, that's heartache and heartbreak. Okay, so I feel like we have a situation here in which you are really needing to find some peace, really wanting to be safe. There's a heavy emphasis on needing to feel safe for like the right time in order to release any sort of worry, anxiety, and something that you're held back by. I don't feel like you're active right now. I feel like you're inactive, and you might be telling yourself an untruth. And there's an emphasis here on having to allow yourself to do something in order to free you, put something to an end in order to free you, in order to receive love and give love. Okay, and I'm going to pull just some more here to see if we get a little bit more in regards to... Now, you guys should know what you're putting an end to, but I want to see what you guys need to know about how to move forward here. How do they move forward here? Thank you, Spirit. So we have this Two of Cups. This is, again, giving and receiving love. Okay, this is being open to partnership, giving and receiving love. Again, 2 more cups. This is healing, bringing in the right amount of ingredients, chemistry, alchemizing a situation, balancing. This is an awareness, a realization. This is the Hanged one we were seeing. This is having an enlightened perspective on a situation. There's the Devil card. Yeah. Okay. So now it's clear. So you're being held back. Okay. And potentially not acting. And this is holding you back here with the Devil. You feel held back. You feel bound to a situation. But what Spirit's reminding you of is you have the ability to be enlightened about a situation, to realize the truth of a situation here, in which you can bring the right amount of balance, the right amount of healing to yourself in this situation, to bring serenity and peace here by contributing your energy and balancing out a situation in which you're able to give and receive love equally. Okay, I feel like this is such a beautiful energy here, and this is someone coming to that realization or that awakening. And yeah, I feel like the disruption here, this energy is something that you're being held back by, which is this Devil energy, which could certainly be as easy as identifying what this is and being honest with yourself. Okay, in order for you to find peace. This is talking about like personal demons here. I mean, we're seeing the Hierophant. So it could be something in your lifestyle here. The truth about a situation in regards to higher level commitments. The Magician. Yeah, you definitely have the ability, and Spirit is saying you have all the tools available. The Magician has all the tools available to them in order to manifest their truth here. Okay, so I feel like you're able to manifest your way out of a situation that you are being held back by, put an end to it. Okay, it feels overloaded with the Ten of Wands we were seeing there, but I feel like once you put an end to that and release yourself from a situation that needs to end, then you can act and become aware of what's around you in order to receive love. And Spirit is reminding you to have this perspective, this awakening to what you have around you, and to act on this. And this will probably help you to free you from this Devil energy. Okay. Yeah, free from the disruption and perpetuate some change here that I feel like maybe there was a heavy emphasis on being safe or wanting to feel safe, that you weren't acting at all. So you're kind of just playing dead or not acting at all. But there's definitely, yeah, there's definitely a need here to release any sort of worry, anxiety, and allow yourself the courage to give and receive love. Okay, so this is a beautiful energy. All right, so let's just see some guidance here for beautiful pile 3 before we wrap up. Spirit, thank you so much for that message for beautiful pile number 3. Can we get just some guidance further for beautiful pile number 3 before we wrap up? So we have 9 of Swords. Sorry, 8 of Swords. Not the 9 of Swords, it's the 8 of Swords. The Knight of Pentacles. The Ace of Cups. And the Hierophant. Okay. So Spirit is definitely communicating here with the 8 of Swords. That held back Devil energy we were seeing. It is an energy that you're able to break out of with consistent dedication, in order for you to have an emotional new beginning here. Okay, the Ace of Cups talks about a new beginning when it comes to emotions, but an emphasis here with the Knight of Pentacles is slow moving, but there is movement. It's just dedicated to moving away from anything that you're held back by. Okay, and this Ace of Cups, it fell with this Hierophant. So I feel like there needs to be an understanding around what a certain lifestyle means to you. Okay, what does your lifestyle mean to you now? What does higher level commitments around an emotional new beginning appear to you? What can you move towards here that you feel will give you a new beginning here when it comes to love and receiving love for yourself? And once you figure that out, then you're able to give and receive love with someone else. But I feel like the emphasis here is breaking out of a situation in which your lifestyle or something that you believe to be true here might be holding you back, and it isn't allowing you to have a new beginning. Okay, so that's your advice here. Just be dedicated, move forward, understand that there is an untruth that you might be telling yourself that's holding you back from having a new emotional beginning. And Jupiter talks about expansion. So I feel like there's definitely, a huge potential opportunity. Gemini is talking about communication. So I feel like there's a need to be honest with yourself and maybe even communicate with people that are involved in this situation to allow you to feel safe. And Sagittarius is all about going after and having that passion and that desire to go after what we want, not feeling like we're held back. Okay, so I hope this helped you guys. Beautiful pile number 3. Let me know what this is about, and I will see you soon. Bye.